In the world of boxing, some fights aren't just about a title, they're about something more, something personal. This is the story of Oleksandr Usyk and Marco Huck, a fight that wasn't just a match, but a brutal lesson in a clash of wills. Could Usyk keep his composure and win with honor against a man who had none? Or would the dirty fighter get under his skin and end his reign before it even began? Berlin, September 2017. The air in the Max Schmeling Sports Complex was thick with anticipation. The Muhammad Ali Memorial Tournament, a grand event dedicated to one of the greatest of all time, brought together the strongest boxers in the first heavyweight division. Oleksandr Usyk, the WBO world champion, had a rare privilege. He got to choose his opponent for the quarterfinals. While others might have picked an easy path, Usyk had another plan. He set his sights on the former world champion, Marco Huck, a man known for his antics and a reputation as a cocky psychopath. Why would a champion choose a known brawler who fought dirty and would do anything to win? Usyk had a simple, powerful answer. I've wanted this fight for a long time. He's dirty, impudent, and now it's personal. Usyk wasn't just looking for a win. He was looking for a reckoning. For the 32-year-old Huck, this was his final shot at the big time. With 40 wins in 45 professional fights, he had nothing to lose and everything to prove. When he learned Usyk had chosen him, he immediately started his psychological warfare. Marco Huck was not known for playing by the rules inside or outside the ring. 45 professional fights had taught Huck every dirty trick in the book. Low blows disguised as body shots, rabbit punches when opponents turned their heads, holding and hitting, wrestling when he should have been boxing, the kind of tactics that made clean fighters like Usyk's blood boil. He began his verbal assault on Usyk, throwing insults and behaving arrogantly to try and throw him off his game.
I know my abilities, and I know that I'm well prepared. The only one that can defeat me is myself.
But it wasn't just words. During their face-to-face, Huck pushed Usyk, an act meant to intimidate him. But what Huck didn't know was that he wasn't rattling the champion. He was igniting a fire. For Usyk, the push wasn't an insult. It was a gift. It was the moment he knew he had this fight won before he even stepped in the ring. Usyk later said, "Honestly, I was so excited inside. Adrenaline. Wow, I thought, wow, it's even funny." Usyk looked at Huck and saw not a threat, but a man who couldn't control his own emotions. He saw a desperate man. If he wants to behave like that, let him. Usyk continued, "I don't care. But then we'll see who wins in the ring."
Honestly, I was so excited inside. Adrenaline. Wow, I thought, wow, it's even funny. I look at him, he's nervous, he's on fire. This is his pathetic defense. No, he can't control his emotions. He pushes, calls names. Well, push, okay, but calling names is already low. If he wants to behave like that, let him, I don't care. But then we'll see who wins in the ring.
This was the moment the fight became more than a physical battle. It became a test of mental fortitude. Huck's dirty tactics only strengthened Usyk's resolve. He didn't care about the insults or the push. He knew that what mattered was what happened when the bell rang. September 9th, 2017. The Max Schmeling Sports Complex buzzed with an energy that felt different from other fight nights. This wasn't just sport anymore. This was personal. 20,000 people had come to witness either a coronation or an execution. The question hanging in the air wasn't who would win. Anyone with eyes could see Usyk's technical superiority. The question was how Huck would pay for crossing the line. Would Usyk end it quickly with his trademark precision? Or was the champion planning something else entirely? When Huck entered first, you could see the cracks in his armor. The swagger was still there, but it felt forced now. He'd spent weeks building himself up as the aggressor, the man who would humble the champion. But walking to that ring, facing the crowd's disapproval, reality was setting in. Then came Usyk. No theatrics, no showboating, just a champion walking to work. But everyone in that arena could feel the difference in him. This wasn't the respectful technician they were used to seeing. This was something hungrier, something that had been awakened by Huck's disrespect. From the very first second, Usyk went on the offensive, unleashing a real squall of dangerous blows on Huck. He didn't waste a single second feeling out his opponent. He came forward like a man with a purpose, like someone who had 10 rounds to deliver a very specific message. Within 30 seconds, everyone understood this wasn't going to be a typical Usyk performance. No patient boxing, no gradual building of advantages. This was immediate, devastating pressure from a fighter who had been personally wronged.
Forward, but it's a two-phase attack to wail away to the body. Good right jab in evidence. Ground. Both men showing flashes of the tactic. Far less activity.
Huck, realizing he was already in deep trouble, immediately reverted to his dirty tactics. But here's what made this fight so fascinating to watch. Every time Huck tried to make it ugly, Usyk made it beautiful. Clean combinations answering rough tactics. Technical precision responding to attempted chaos. Round 2 brought more of the same, but with an added element that made the crowd lean forward. Usyk was starting to time Huck's dirty tactics perfectly. Every rabbit punch attempt was slipped. Every clinch was used against Huck. The champion was turning his opponent's greatest strengths into weaknesses. Huck tried to respond, but with each passing round, Usyk's dominance became more and more apparent. Round after round, the fight became a one-sided display of Usyk's mastery. He wasn't just winning, he was toying with Huck. He was prolonging the fight, as if to prove a point.
Blavatsky on the floor for the first time in his career. The second time really heavily, and works away with that right hand to the body. Usyk grins his gum shield contemptuously, gets his boxing stance beneath him, marches his man back towards the ropes, begins to score with an effective southpaw left. Action heating up here in this round as the decibel level rises here. The fans up.
Huck, despite his best efforts, was fading fast. By round 5, the physical evidence was undeniable. Huck's face was swelling, marked, showing the accumulation of punishment. Usyk looked like he was just warming up. Between rounds 6 and 7, something became clear to everyone watching. Usyk could have ended this fight at any point he chose. The combinations were there, the openings were obvious. The power was more than sufficient. So why wasn't he finishing it? Why was the champion known for his efficiency prolonging what had become obvious punishment? The answer became clear as you watched Usyk's approach. This wasn't about winning anymore. Winning was inevitable. This was about teaching, about making Huck understand, round by excruciating round, what it meant to disrespect a champion.
Getting the pressure in that 5th round. Usyk is reading, is pivoting off. Legs still look a little bit weary to me as he runs into a jolting right jab, working his way inside. In the neutral corners, the deeper we go into this contest. As he launches counter, here's the lead left hook followed by right hand. That's round number 6. Huck plodding forward, he walks Huck back towards the ropes, and there's an exchange on the bell. And Oleksandr Usyk.
By round 7, Huck's offense had essentially disappeared. He was surviving, not fighting, moving, not engaging. The cocky psychopath who had pushed Usyk at the face-off was gone, replaced by a beaten fighter just trying to hear the final bell. The man who had seemed so dangerous, so unpredictable, so capable of psychological warfare, had been reduced to a punching bag by a champion who refused to let disrespect go unanswered. And through it all, Usyk remained cold, professional, completely in control. He wasn't enjoying this. He was completing it.
To the test, Usyk working away furiously. Shots underneath, Robinson stepped in and has waved it off. In the of this contest, Oleksandr Usyk of his WBO title, defiant former champion, stopped in the 10th round.
So, what was the answer to the question that had haunted everyone watching? Why didn't Usyk just end it early? Because some disrespect requires more than a quick knockout to address. Some lessons can only be taught over 10 rounds of systematic dismantling. Some champions understand that their responsibility goes beyond just winning. It extends to showing exactly what crossing certain lines will cost you. So, is Oleksandr Usyk really the greatest fighter of our generation? Click this video to find out, drop a like on the video, and also subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.